So hello everyone, my name is Pritam Paul and welcome to another video of the C programming playlist. If you are new to the channel, then let me tell you that in this channel we used to make videos on programming, data structures, algorithms, high study programs and many more. So I would advise you to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that every video could be reached to you through notification. And in this video we are going to talk about the patterns. Okay, so there are four basic patterns which I have talked about in the previous videos. Like these are the patterns. Okay, and we are going to do every single pattern in this video. It's a generalized version which I'm going to show you guys, but using that technique you can solve any kind of pattern, means any kind of special patterns which would be fitting in these four patterns. Okay, so the first one is this one. So here what we have done, we are having all the stars, isn't it? We are having all the stars, so we will be printing only stars. But how? So in the previous video I have talked about this pattern, I guess. So these patterns I have talked about using nested for loop. I can do that. So here, if we just follow up the thing, like if this is the triangle, okay, which we are going to print, then we can ignore all of them. Yeah, we can ignore all of them, isn't it? So we just need to print this part. Okay, so we can use nested for loop, obviously, but how we are going to do it, that's the main thing we need to understand. So for that I need to just draw some lines. And here you can say 0 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4. Now here you can see these are the I values, I, and these are j's, obviously. So if I equal to 0, the maximum value of j is 0. If I equal to 1, the maximum value of j is 1. If I equal to 2, the maximum value of j is 2. I equal to 3, maximum value of j is 3. And I equal to 4, the maximum value of j is 4. But I'm having few more values, like 1. For I equal to 2, j is 0, 1, 2. I equal to 3, j is 0, 1, 2, 3. I equal to 4, j is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in overall, if I say, then I can say that j is less or equal to I everywhere, isn't it? J is less or equal to I. So using these, we can write the code. How? Let me show. First of all, we are going to take a for loop. So here we are considering n equal to 5. Okay, n is a generalized version. If you put n equal to 13, then the code will be running up accordingly and the output will be showing up accordingly. Okay, so yeah, so for integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, I'm taking 5 for now, I plus plus. And then for integer j equal to 0, now here j less or equal to I, we have to use, and j plus plus. Now printf asterisk and a space, and then if you do not want to give any space, it's up to you. I'm giving a space for my comfort. Okay, printf backslash n, and that's the code. And here is the code. Okay, so how these things are happening, we need to understand that. So let's do a dry run here. So I and j, I equal to 0, yeah, I equal to 0, then j equal to 0, then j less or equal to I, j less or equal to I satisfies, then this run will be, so this star is getting printed. Okay, this star is getting printed. Now I equal to j equal to 1, So j less than or equal to I will not be satisfied. Then obviously it will break down and backslash n. So due to backslash n, the cursor will coming up here. Okay. Now I equal to 1. Okay. I equal to 1 because I plus plus I less than 5, correct. Then again j equal to 0. J equal to 0. That means this is going to be printed. Then obviously j equal to 1. J equal to 1. So 1 less or equal to 1, correct. Then this one will also be getting printed. And then j plus plus, when j equal to 2, and it's getting breakdown. And then again backslash n will be working on. And then I equal to 2. I equal to 2, j equal to 0. So this one will be printed out. Then j equal to 1. Then this one is going to be printed out. Then j equal to 2. Okay. So j equal to 2. So this one is going to be printed out. Now j equal to 3. So it's not going to be working. Then backslash n, and then I equal to 3, and j equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and here it is 0, 1, 2, 3. You can see here as well 3, 2, 1, 0. That's all. Okay. Now I equal to 4, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So all these values, these are the things which is going to be printed out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So in this way, these codes are actually working. Okay. And this part, okay, without this line, okay, just without this line, every single line is a common for this kind of patterns. I hope you are understanding this. For this kind of patterns, this code is a normal by default code, you can say. Just this line would be changing. How? I will be talking about it later in this video. Okay. Now let's talk about the pattern 2. Now in this pattern 2, how we have to draw a table. Yeah. And now like j equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I equal to 0, j equal to obviously up to 4, maximum value is 4. That means I can say that I equal to 1, j's maximum value is 3. I equal to 2, j's maximum value is 2. So I can say that when I equal to x, j equal to obviously for every i j is equal to 5, sorry, j equal to 4 minus I, we can say. When I equal to 0, j equal to 4. When I equal to 1, j equal to 3. When I equal to 2, j equal to 2. When I equal to 3, j equal to 1. And when j equal to 4, then I equal to 0. So these are the cases now we can see here. So we can directly say that j is less or equal to 4 minus I, we can say. Okay. Now it will be very easy to write the code then. For integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, then for integer j equal to 0, and j, this also could be written like j less than 5 minus I can say na, less than 5 minus I, we can say. So less than 5 minus I, and then j plus plus. And now printf asterisk, and then printf backslash n, and then this. So that would be the code. Don't worry, all the notes will be given in the description, note links. So don't worry about that. Okay. So here this is the code, and by which you can print all these kind of patterns. And here also this is a default code. Okay, for this kind of patterns. Okay, just this line would be changing up, nothing else. Clear? So let's talk about the pattern 3 now. So here this is the pattern 3. Here there is a trick you need to use. Okay, so in the earlier patterns, okay, all we have started from the left. You can see, but here you can see that before this there are 4 spaces. Okay, there are 4 spaces. For that, what we need to do is we need to do this part first, and after that we need to do that part. So this is the pattern 2 actually. And if I just remove this pattern 2, okay, and if all the stars would be shifted here, then it looks like a pattern 1, isn't it? Looks like a pattern 1. Nah? So we can see that, we can tell that this is the combination of pattern 2 plus pattern 1. We can say na pattern 2 plus pattern 1. So how to do that? Okay, so we need to understand how many spaces are here. 4, 3, 2, isn't it? So 1 second. So we need to write like this, like for integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, then I plus plus. For okay, so now here let's put all the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for I equal to 0, j is having 4. 4 minus I equal to 1. 4 minus I equal to 2. 4 minus I equal to 2. 4 minus I equal to 3. 4 minus yeah, I equal to 4. 4 minus that's it. So we can say that integer j equal to 0 and j less than 4 minus and then j plus plus. And what I have to do is I have to print some spaces here. Okay, so this is for the pattern 2 part. This is the pattern 2 part. Now for the pattern 1, for integer k equal to 0, k less or equal to I, k plus plus. And then enter backslash n. Yeah. So this is the code you need to write. You can check it by yourself in VS Code and let me know in the comment section either they are working or not. Okay. Why I am shading this yellow color? Because of the because these notes will be given to you, so it will be very easy for you. Yeah. So this is pattern 3. Now let's talk about the pattern 4. Okay. So pattern 4. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to make another table. And here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So here you can see that the space is now having the pattern 1, and if I remove it, then all the stars will be shifted here and it will look like pattern 2. So here we can see that let's say that it's like pattern 1 plus pattern 2. So this is how it's happening. Now let's run a code, write a code for integer I equal to 0, I less than 5 I plus plus. For obviously the space will be coming first. So integer j equal to 0. Here j less than I. We are going to put why? Because when I equal to 0, obviously the space is 0. I equal to 1, space is 1, isn't it? So j less than I will be happening. J plus plus printf space, and now for integer k equal to 0, k less than 5 minus I, j plus plus. Okay, so if I write like this, then when k equal j I equal to 0, k equal to 0 to 4, then y equal to 1, k equal to 0 to 3. In this way it is coming up now. So printf space, and then printf expression, and this is the code. So this is the code. Okay. So what is happening here? This is the part which we are using for the space, and this is the part which we are using for the patterns. So this is the part using for the space, and this is the part which we are using for the pattern. So means for in the pattern 3 and pattern 4, it's not, it's like some extra space is coming up, and for that you need to do, and all the time complexity would be O of n square. Okay, so what is time complexity you don't know, and we will be talking about it in the algorithm video. Okay, O of n square, the time complexity would be O of n square, the time complexity would be O of n square. How it is, it's none of your business right now. I'm just it just came up, I'm just telling you. Okay, so these are the patterns. Okay, now in the next video we will talk about the problems. Okay, the different problems using these patterns. Okay, there are different patterns would be there, 1 2 a b c d, including all these characters or integers, and we would be trying to print them. Okay, so if you are new, then obviously do hit the subscribe button for those amazing contents out there in the upcoming videos, and press the bell icon so that every video could be reached you through notification. This much for today, guys. See you in the next video.